You want to make sure to never miss a Deslin Plays video again? Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Hey everybody, welcome to Deslin Plays, and today we are going to, for the Mario movie, make and draw Mario and put him into Roblox with doodle transformation. So I'm not a Picasso or anything, but you know, I did do some techniques and I drew this SpongeBob. So we're gonna work on Mario because of the new Mario movie that came out, and you guys can impress your friends. Sometimes the drawings on here could be a little lackluster and a little difficult. So I'm going to show you step by step on how to make an awesome piece of art like this SpongeBob and this Mario. So the first step that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into the Roblox creator marketplace. And then you're gonna wanna hit images, and then you can type in any image you want. You can get the decal here, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to draw this Mario. And so the first step is you're gonna wanna copy the code here in the search bar. Copy the code. You can practically do this for any drawing. We're gonna go to draw, and you can see here that this was an image at first, but we're gonna reset the canvas. And then we're gonna go hit this button right here, which is important a picture. So we can add an image, and then we could put the custom ID image right here, or you could search it here. I mean, I don't know, is it in here? Maybe it is. I typed that. Oh, I like this Mario. Yeah, let's use that Mario instead. But you know, for reference, you could put this here and hit enter, and then you get this one. But yeah, I like the other Mario, so we're gonna do this one. Now, from here, what I usually do is I increase the size to fill my whole canvas and kind of make him proportionate like that. And now he's traceable now. Now you can trace him. Now, guys, I know this isn't really about a Picasso move to be able to trace, because, you know, all you artists out there are probably like, Des, that's not real art. You're tracing. But hey, you know what? Want to make something cool in Roblox, impress your friends? I say trace all day. Let's do this. So from here, we are going to take this little hand, and then we're gonna go and zoom in to our image. And then once we zoom into our image, we're gonna just start with the outline details of our image, and then we're gonna fill in the colors. And this might take a little bit of time, so I'm gonna speed it up where speeding up is necessary. Now for the lines right here, we're gonna take this little tool right here, and these are pretty straight, so I mean, straightforward lines, just so it looks better. And then if you want to take the brush tool, you can kind of like fill in the gaps a little bit. But when you use a tool like this, it just looks a lot crisper. Crisper. And then, oh, another thing too is you're definitely gonna want to make sure you got a lot of ink. So you might need to spend a little bit of Robux, and you need to spend Robux to get this feature too. But once you have it, you're pretty good. One thing I cannot wait for them to add to this game is shapes. Shapes will make life a lot easier. So let's move. And generally you want to kind of like stick to one color per layer at a time. So we're just going to work with the color red right now. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but the closest, the better. Okay, so I think for now, we are done with some of the outlines for red. Now let's fill in the red color. Actually, you know what? Let's do some more outlining. Let's work with blue. Yeah, that's pretty close. Let's do that. Let's see how this works. Yeah, that's pretty good. Good blue. See how it made a new layer? Now we got 2 layers, but you know what? We're gonna hug this layer under the red, so it just kind of looks more seamless. We're gonna start on Mario's suit right here. Now it might not be perfect, but you're definitely gonna wow your friends, even though it's tracing. And I want you guys to let me know down in the comments if you've seen the Mario movie yet. Who's your favorite character? Mine is by far Bowser. Bowser is amazing. I do like Mario. Now, just for some context, I am doing this on a computer. So if you're doing it on a mobile device, it's you can do it. Maybe if you get like a stylus or something like that, you could do it. But on a computer, it's definitely gonna make your life a lot easier. So I wonder if I turn the shade a little darker for blue, because I want to kind of like get these parts right here, the straps for his overall, make it a little darker. Now, of course, there's not going to be crazy amount of detail. I mean, you could take your time. I don't like that. You could take your time and make more. You know what? I'm going to do this. And I think this will look good. And I might just erase this side too, because that looks a little sloppy. So more straight lines. Okay, that looks a little better. I don't know if he has a pocket right here. Does he have a pocket? So for the eyes, we're gonna go more turquoise color like that, and we're gonna do the eyes. I don't know if it's gonna throw it. Yeah, I threw it into another layer. That's fine though. But it's like a gradient turquoise. It's not all the same color, so if you want, you could kind of go with the detail on that. We'll see how that works. Because look, there's like black, white, and then darker purplish, blue-ish color, and then like darker colors here. Again, this is where shapes would definitely be huge help. But nonetheless, spending this level of detail on anything in this game, you're definitely going to impress people. Okay, not necessarily the cleanest thing, but I mean, we're getting there. Let's do the rest of the black portions on here. Okay, increase the thickness a little bit. This gets real thick very fast. And we're still doing pretty good for the ink count. Trust me, you're gonna want a lot of ink doing these things. All right, boom. We got the eyebrows done. Let's work on the mustache. Again, it doesn't have to absolutely be perfect. And come back and fix little errors like that. Another little golden tip I got that I like is if you don't want to get, like, say sometimes you click right here with the thickness increased, it'll go like that, and then it's like, oh man, now I got a bubble on the other side of my line. Always try to aim for in the middle when you're trying to fill in. Again, they don't have a paint bucket, which would be very useful. So let's fill in this mustache. Okay, mustache sort of done. Okay. I can work with that. Now, any more areas there? Okay, so there's really no more black areas on here. Just says eyebrows and eyes and mustache. Let's work on these mutton chops here. Go with a darker brown. I feel like Bob Ross. Let's get some Van Dyke brown in here. Some crimson blue. All right, so we got the outlines of the mutton chops. Let's increase the thickness to 2. Now, again, with some characters, I might just do the outline completely. You know, like I didn't do the face outline yet and stuff like that, and some of the other outlines. But sometimes I'll go, like with Mario, it's kind of simple in a sense. Some are, like the SpongeBob was like a little bit more complex. So I worked on his outlines first because they need to be layered appropriately. Starting to look pretty good. Now we're gonna work on his boots. So now let's fill the color in. I want something this much more space. I will do the outline first, and then I'll increase the brush thickness. Or else something like this will just take forever. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm just thickening my outline. And now you can increase the brush. Now that's like that, and then kind of really fill it in fast. And we're still doing pretty good for our ink count, so that's cool. I think we'll be able to complete this And now you'll know how much ink you need for a drawing like this. Boom. Not bad. Again, it could be cleaned up. For the sake of time, I'm gonna keep on rolling. All right, what else we got? So I think we need to just start outlining the face. So let's just start with our basic skin tone color. And then we're gonna kind of go from there and then go in here to choose a lighter color and kind of match it. So that kind of seems like that's the color. This wasn't an original color, but you could start there. That's a good base start for a lighter skin tone color. So let's give it a shot. I'm taking a look here. It's a little bit darker, almost like a darker shade. So we'll start there. So this kind of seems like this will be perfect for here. And then we'll kind of make it darker for our edges here. And see how I'm going over the line? Don't worry about it. Don't knock yourself out there, because we'll hide those things. Once we do some layering, we'll hide little imperfections like that. And that's what's cool about layering. You can hide imperfections. I think that's pretty cool. Now we got this whole hat shadow thing going on. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to do next, is kind of like get the color right here and then kind of go like this with the eye and then get the shadow. Totally not necessary, but I think it will add a cool touch nonetheless, having a darker shadow fill of Mario's face right there. And that's the things you could do. You could add more. And we're gonna put it right behind the eyebrow, so don't worry about drawing over it, because we're gonna just hide this. Don't even worry about it. I wouldn't. See, like you might be like, Des, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, Mario looks pathetic now. Don't worry about it. We're gonna just layer it. We're gonna sink it. Okay, so let's add some thickness to it. Yeah, well, all right, well, I covered the eyeball a little bit. I didn't think about that part. But you know what? We'll have it go right below it. So you gotta love layering. Now I gotta bring my thickness down because I got spots that are a little tighter over here. You'll see what I'm about to do in just a moment. You know what? We'll just bring this right here. Hooray for shadows. I think shadows will add a little bit more depth to the Mario face here. Then it'll give that more of an element of like, whoa, how did you do that? You know what I mean? So let's make another like ear shadow here. Then an ear shadow coming right here. And then a little squiggly there. And then a couple little squigglies right here. Because I feel like there's some right here. If they don't look good, I'll erase them. Might be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? It looked great. Now you put shadows. And then maybe like a little chin shadow right there. Okay, so let's bring it down until this thing goes bye-bye. Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. See, now kind of like, you know, get some, so that's layer 7. You could rename it. That would probably be good. So let's name it face shadows. And then that's that right there. So, I mean, it'd probably be best to name all your layers. Now, we got the face shadows. Let's go and get the actual face coloring. And don't worry, you're gonna be drawing on top of pretty much everything. And everything is gonna be hidden, so let's do the first rule of thumb here, or a brush, and that's to get your outlines. Don't worry about the imperfections. We are going to, we don't have to do that, so we'll go here. Get this. All this stuff's covered. Just make sure you got that. Hide all this. All right. Now we're gonna work on the nose after, because it's on top of the mustache and I kind of want to clean that up a bit. So we're just gonna kind of fill this all in. Let's bring the thickness to 7. Probably could have even gone lighter on the skin, but hey, I think this is pretty good though. Then we're gonna save some ink where we can, so I'm not gonna fill in the whole mustache area or the nose area. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna rename it, and then we're gonna type that in as face color, just so we know. Okay, cool. Face color. Now we're gonna bring that down. Okay, bring that down there. Bring it below the shadows, and then boom. Now, something's wrong with his nose. Let's fix that. Oh, it's still letting us color on the same layer there. So let's just color this. And the more and more you do this, you'll start to be like, wait, what's mine, what's not? You can always toggle these things like this, and then see the original. And once you start coloring it in, it's actually pretty cool. So let's incorporate some white color. I gotta find my eyeshadow. I'd have to say using white is probably the hardest color to use, just because you can't really see it so much. How are we doing for ink? Almost 10,000 left. Hopefully we'll be able to finish this. Again, I'm drawing over because we're gonna layer it down beneath. And then we're gonna do the same thing for up here too. And sometimes it's nice to draw over because then, especially with white, then you can actually see what you're doing. And then once you layer it, it's like, ah, yes, it looks clean. Well, that was a little close. Now I'm gonna have to like kind of thicken it up and airball it because it's gonna be difficult to see. And you could see what I mean. If it wasn't for the M that was there, it would be it'd be rather difficult to determine where the color white is on here. So let's move this again, and now we have to work on his gloves. But the problem with that is we haven't done the outline for the gloves yet. So let's just name this one our white layer. Because I guarantee you, as soon as I do this, to kind of get a gray on here, because this is what this is. This is gray. This gray outline. It's probably going to throw in another layer. Yep, it did. You're definitely going to want to make sure you got plenty of layers. Connect a nice hand, just like that. Let's do the same thing for the other side. It's a little bit tricky because you can't really see a lot of detail on the hand. So, I mean, just try to fill in the shadows the best you can. Definitely could have done better with that, but I'm gonna let it pass. Now we're gonna color in. I think we are pretty much gotta color the hat, layer the eyes up a bit, color the suit and the boots, and I think we're good. All right, well, we got most of the hat done. Let's make a darker brim for, yeah, just keep it the same color. Why not? Wow, this face looks pretty good. We have 3,000 ink left. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Definitely don't think I could do much more detailing. Let's do some of these buttons right here. So now we're back on layer 1, which is our red layer. Have to fill in the rest of the gaps here. Okay, let's see. Now we need to get blue. Okay, here we go. Here's the blue layer. We only have a few more left. Let's see if we could do it within the amount that we have it. Okay. Oh my gosh, we are getting so close to the end of the line here. Oh, I don't want to have to spend more Robux on this, so we are definitely gonna cap it. And we still got quite a bit of ink, so I mean, hey, you know, let's do some accents here. I dig it. So now let's take our canvas, zoom out a little bit, see what we got. We got a Mario. Now let's fix this layer right here. What layer are we in? Okay, so I think that's it. I think it looks pretty good. Let's apply it and see what it looks like. Yo, okay, awesome. So yeah, I mean, there are a few colors that need to be fixed, of course, but hey, look at, we got Mario in here, guys, and it looks pretty cool. So this looks pretty cool. You could see some of the parts where we kind of missed and stuff like that, but that's okay. You get the gist of it. And of course, you know, people are just, they love it. They love it when you can do that. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much. Check out this video because you're not going to want to miss it. And until next time, let me know who else you want me to draw. I'll see you soon.